And behind her, Kylie Smith with 8 digs. SNU just having a tough time getting it past the hands of UCO, and they can't quite find the court. And Hannah Davis having a little bit of trouble finding that back corner. So Mr. Starnes, what does the Storm have to do to try and inch back into this one?
I think they're going to need to start backing each other up at the net. Whenever Central Oklahoma is attacking that net, you know, sometimes they tend to dink and there's no backup there. And a lot of the times that's part of the problem. Sometimes it's just those simple, you know, mental errors, and, you know, those get worked out, and kinks that get worked out in the beginning of the season, sometimes mid-season, sometimes it may be next year, but hopefully sooner than later.
Well, we are all set for set 3 as SNU tries to avoid a sweep. Going back for the first serve of the set is Allie Davis.
The freshman from Lincoln, Nebraska.
And there we go. We're off in set number 3. Thomas.
Good dig.
Good dig by Berlin as it's just sent back.
Another good dig by Berlin.
Davis. SNU trying to set something up. Another little dink, and they're able to get it down. That's number 5 for the Crimson Storm. Someone we haven't seen. That's Michaela Emmert.
A little miscommunication there by Central Oklahoma.
And excuse me, that was not actually Michaela Thomas in there. That was number 19, Emily Breckenridge, as she was wearing the neon green headband. That time it's able to find the cores. Nothing's resisting number 7, Malia Callejo. Smith, another little dink.
And the attack.
Able to be dug up. Davis sending it back.
Sending it back hard.
Berlin with another dig. Callie Smith trying to just find the crease. Can't quite find it.
It's a good volley here.
And that was number 17, Kylie Smith. Just couldn't quite get it past. She tried to kind of get like a little mid-power attack. Sent it over the net. Couldn't quite get it past. And now LaPally. And another point for UCO as a 4-touch call called on the Crimson Storm. Bailey Terang at the net, and she's finally going to find. She's going to find the ground eventually. It took a little bit, but she found it. Now SNU down 2 sets, going to have to try and inch their way back into this one. They can't think too far ahead. They got to take this 1 point at a time.
And Bailey Terang being one of the smaller girls out there, 5'8".
Davis finally getting a good little stroke, and it finds the corner for the Broncos. Broncos keep the 2-point advantage. And you're right. I mean, you're exactly right, Zach. Bailey Terang, one of the smaller girls, but she can jump out of the gym, getting way above the net.
Oh, she can. She can kill that ball. And she's got the most unorthodox serve, but it works for her.
And that time it's Bailey Terang who's able to find the far side corner.
She does it again.
So down a point, SNU trying to come back in this one. Down 3-4 early in the third set. And that time, the little dump off is going to sneak past SNU.
Kind of fooled him there. Down by 2. Central Oklahoma's up by 2. Serve.
Hunter, a little bit of an awkward one, but Hunter, oh my Lord. McKenna Hunter getting some velocity on that one. It's being able to dug up by UCO. And that's Thomas. She tried to find the court and it sails outside.
Just outside the line. Yeah, Hunter, boy, that one was coming in hot.
I believe that may be the hardest attack I've ever seen from McKenna Hunter, and I've been watching her for 2 years now. So that had some velocity on it.
Oh, it definitely did. Definitely did.
That time it's Terang. And another unstoppable attack by number 8, Jordan Spence. UCO showing why they're number 18 in the country. And Kevin Ingram will take another timeout. His team down 4 points. We'll be right back on SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. UCO up 7-3 on the Crimson Storm here inside the Sawyer Center. 2-0, Smith. And that was going to be Hunter trying to get it past Berlin. Smith. Terang.
Oh,
another
nice.
Good one. Can't quite get to that one. That's going to
Can't get
go
to it.
right out of the reach.
Boy, Terang, for being 5'8", she sure can get up there and hit that ball.
Like I said, she can jump out of the gym. She's got one of the highest verticals of just based on measurement of any athlete here at SNU, and that's including men's and women's.
And she's showing that tonight.
That time it's just going to go into the net. So Terang, after an impressive attack, can't quite get it over the net. Still down 4-8. High serve. Thomas met at the net. Davis. Smith. That's Breckenridge. And that one finds the corner. So UCO.
Yeah, nobody home.
Showing some incredible resiliency as these attacks are coming in from the Crimson Storm. They're able to dig him up and send him back. Thomas met at the net. Nothing going there, and
that gives Central Oklahoma a 6-point deficit.
UCO trying to run away from Bethany with a win against their crosstown rivals. Awkward dig. But that time, Thomas gonna get it past. Dig into this lead just a little bit. Now this is where SNU's been struggling tonight. They just couldn't quite get a lot of rallies going. They get 2 in a row maybe, but it's always been UCO striking back. Except for that time.
Good block.
Met at the net. That's Thomas and Emmert.
Both good block.
A little bit of a freshman duo right there.
Had a wall up at the net.
Berlin, our serve. And that one's going to be on the wrong side of the antenna.
It goes to SNU. Brings it down to a 3-point deficit. Let's see if we can get this rally going.
In order for SNU to come back into this game, they're going to have to get a few more rallies they're going to have to get 3 points for every point from the Broncos. And that one's going to sail out of bounds.
That'll work. That's going to be another one for SNU. Brings them to 2 points.
Berlin, again, this is where SNU finds most of their success when Berlin is serving. They're just going to push it over. Now SNU can set something up. Smith. A little bit of a dump.
What did they call?
And they called an over the net foul against UCO. So SNU
gets
came
the
back
point
from
again.
a 5-point deficit, brought it back down to 1.
Score now 9-10. Central Oklahoma.
Once again, this is where SNU finds a lot of their success when Berlin is serving. Berlin just going to kind of push it over. SNU can set something up here. Thomas blocked at the net. Berlin setting it again. Breckenridge. No, sir. Staying in play. Another dig by Berlin. Smith. Breckenridge.
Oh,
and finds the line. Finds the line.
That was a close call, but that finds the line.
That found the line, and UCO might argue, but that line judge was right on it. No arguing there. SNU has come back to tie this set up 10-10 as we are heading for a fun third set. Maybe SNU can stay in this one. Don't go anywhere. We still got a lot of volleyball to play. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. Here inside the Sawyer Center, the Storm looking to avoid the sweep. They've tied up the Broncos after being down by 5 points in the third set. Smith, Breckenridge, little push, able to be dug up by Davis. Davis again. Nothing doing that time off the hand of Smith. UCO retains that 1-point lead. Now here's where SNU's also been struggling. They get on a run like this, but then UCO comes back with a run of their own. They're going to have to stop this run dead in its tracks pretty soon. In fact, they're not going to have to do a whole lot of that.
Right.
So they're going to let the net do a lot of that work.
Now let's see if we can get it going here. If SNU can get it going here. I mean, it's been Central Oklahoma, like you said. We need this rally. They need to rally.
Davis with the serve. Really far, very, very close if they just let that one go. And nothing doing as that went off of Terang's shoulder instead of her hands. And now it's going to be Davis for UCO with the serve, the freshman out of Lincoln, Nebraska. It's going to be Terang with the dig. Breckenridge. Almost half the hands, but LePerry's able to get that one under control. Able to just push it over, no options. Berlin. Smith, Breckenridge again. Dug up again. Here we go again. Here we go.
Good push.
And they're able to get it over, but it goes out of bounds.
Goes out of bounds.
SNU almost made something out of nothing there, but now they're down 2, 13-11. This point, even though it doesn't look like it, very big for SNU.
Very close game, very close set. They need this set.
Smith to Breckenridge, just give it a little push. There's a Bronco right there. Able to get it up.
And it's
Breckenridge unable to get there, and Smith just can't quite get there. I think that would have been 4 hits anyway if Smith was able to get that.
I think it would have been.
So if Davis was able to get there, I believe it would have been 4 hits. So another imperative point. At some point, it's going to become all about stopping a run. So SNU got to stop something here. Emmert. Another big dig by Davis. Coming back up with the attack, and it's able to be dug up. Another big one. Smith. Breckenridge finds the line.
Nobody home.
Breckenridge gets a big point for SNU right there.
Nobody home.
And there's going to be a sub, and it's Ellis for Breckenridge. See down there with the towel saying, "Cool off, girl," is Dr. Doug Samples in the theology department, the team chaplain for the volleyball team. Very special connection between this volleyball team and Dr. Samples. Another service. That's by Ellis. And a very powerful attack, and there's just nothing they could do to handle that one.
No.
SNU back down by 3 points, 15-12.
They're still in this thing. Still a very close game between both teams in this set.
Right back to Smith. Terang met at the net, blocked right back in Terang's face. 4-point lead for the Broncos.
They're on Terang. They know what she can do.
Emmert.
Back up.
And can't quite get there is Smith, or excuse me, that's Ellis, excuse me.
They need that back up there.
And now a 5-point deficit for the Crimson Storm, 12-17. That's going to be another timeout for Coach Kevin Ingram. We'll be right back with the end of the 3rd set here on SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. SNU in a dire situation right now. Down 12-7 against the number 18 Central Oklahoma Broncos. Terang sent back by Caliejo. And now UCO trying to get out of Bethany with a sweep. Terang dumps it over. No one's home.
Good dink, good dink.
As
no one was there.
Mackenzie Fife trying to get to that one, just couldn't quite get there.
Wiping a little sweat off the floor. She tried. He's got the official checking it out, making sure it's dry. Looks like it's good to go. SNU serve. Michaela Emmert.
Emmert sends it into the net. UCO smelling victory right now. Emmert's out of Fort Worth, Texas, Fossil Ridge High School.
Actually not far from where I'm from.
Mr. Starnes hails from Arlington. Smith to Durang. It'll be dug up by Davis. Touch at the net. Durang.
Durang again.
And no one's home.
No one's home. No one to back them up.
No one's home behind the blockers, which has been a problem for SNU.
They need that backup.
5 points away from a UCO sweep. Terang.
Ooh.
Almost got it inside. A little bit too quick for my eye, but not for this line judge. Says that it went out.
That was close. That was a close call. That ball was moving a little too fast for me to see where it hit.
Smith. Terang just kind of dumps it. And that one's going to sail out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
That's number 8, Jordan Spence. Try to get another one on the board for the Broncos. 7-point deficit for the Crimson Storm. It's going to be Kylie Smith up to serve.
If they're going to do something, they're going to need to bring it now.
That one's going to sail out of bounds as well. That's Spence again.
Another point for SNU.
Oh, never mind. They're going to call it a touch off the Crimson Storm. It goes back to UCO. Once again, that head judge right in the middle of your screen overrides the decision. Another service by UCO. Berlin. That's Thomas. It will be dug up. And off the hands of Berlin, and now UCO smelling victory. 2 points away. Smith to Thomas. It'll be dug up by the Broncos, and that one's down on the court, and now it's not just set point, it's match point for the Broncos. They're ready to get out of Bethany. Doing the serve is number 6, Callie Bangasser. And SNU just barely going to get that one over, so they'll stay alive, at least for the time being. Met at the net. A little bit of a pushover. And that's going to be the end, as a foul or a double touch on the Crimson Storm is going to end the match. And that is how this one will end inside the Sawyer Center.
Sweep. Central Oklahoma sweeps SNU.
This one's going to hurt for the Crimson Storm, as that's their third. They get swept for the third time in a row.
We'll now move to 2 and 3.
So the Crimson Storm are falling this one to UCO by scores of 25-15, 25-19, and 25-14 in a sweep by the Broncos of UCO, as they maintain a 4-1 record. Crimson Storm fall to 2-3. Looking at some final stats for you now. Callejo, 7 kills, hitting .250. Best percentage from the Broncos was actually Bangasser with a perfect 100%. However, that just comes after 1 kill. So, in terms of multiple kills for the best percentage, that was Jordan Spence. Hits .467, 8 kills, 10 points, 2 digs. And I'm going to give player of the game, in my opinion, to Davis, who finishes with 1 ace, 1 assist, 12 digs, 10 kills. So big day for Davis, Allie Davis out of UCO. On SNU's side, McKenna Hunter came alive a little bit in the second set. Hits 167, 3 kills, but that was about it for her day. Hannah Davis, 12 digs, 2 kills. Bailey Terang getting the most production out of the Crimson Storm with 2 kills. 11 kills. My mistake. In terms of on the court, Kylie Smith getting 25 assists as she does well in her setting duties for today. So we're going to have Coach Kevin Ingram come up onto the booth for a few thoughts. So before we leave for that interview, Zach, any final thoughts on this one?
Well, SNU just needs to, I feel like they just need to kind of, get this, they got a lot of freshmen on their team. They need to kind of get it together and kind of learn to back each other up whenever they go up there on the net for the block. I kind of feel like that was one of the main part that was hurting them. And just common errors, nets on serve, stuff like that. I mean, if they could just get the fundamentals going and play their game, I think they'd do just fine.
Well, they have a lot of growing to do. As you said, this is a young team here in Bethany, 11 new faces. So it's going to be kind of a growing year for the Crimson Storm. Whether or not they'll see the same success as they did last year is yet to be seen. Still got a little ways to go before they find a conference opponent. So they will travel to Ada, to East Central University for a few games, one of which will be it's going to be a doubleheader, so 2 games on the same day, and they're going to be against Dallas Baptist, a Division I opponent who they will see in Dallas later on in the year, and Langston University later that day. Then they return to Bethany, Oklahoma, here in the Sawyer Center for what is being called the GAC-MIAA Regional Crossover between Missouri Southern State, Pittsburgh State, Southwest Baptist, and Fort Hays State, all here over the course of 2 days inside the Sawyer Center. Both of those games 6 hours apart at 12 and 6 p.m. for their respective days. And then they finally start GAC play against Southwestern Oklahoma State in Durant before coming back home on Thursday the 21st against Oklahoma Baptist. And me and Zach Starnes will be in the booth for that.
We will.
So waiting for Coach Kevin Ingram to approach the booth. And we will be right back here on SNUathletics.com with that interview. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. Just got word that Coach Kevin Ingram is not coming up to have his interview today, and so that will pretty much do it for us here on SNUathletics.com. Crimson Storm gets swept by the Broncos of UCO as they fall to 2-3 on the year. Inside the Sawyer Center, we will be here to give you all the SNU sports over the course of the fall and spring here on SNUathletics.com. For John Hale and Zach Starnes and the rest of our broadcast team here on SNUathletics.com, keep it right here and keep remembering to keep those bolts up. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen.